I really should impose on you how dangerous this can be.
How bad can it be?
I just said very dangerous.
How bad can it be?
Dragons.
I won't do that to you this time, Bob, because we've been down that path before, and I've tried to steal a horse, and it hasn't gone well.
I mean, you were trying to steal it from the captain of the guard, whose horse it was.
Animal cruelty was happening, and I was across it. Maybe I'll just steal some other stuff like supplies or...
Easily enough done. Just maybe a stealth check, not even sleight of hand, because there's very few people around Maidstone to even stop you.
18 plus
Jesus Christ. It's gonna be
9.
good.
Yeah, so you easily with that, you can slip into houses undetected, find the ones that are abandoned by the people who were killed in the...
Hey Talia, get me some scrap.
Army.
Yeah, on it. I've got my scrap bag.
I'm going into buildings looking for scrap.
Looking for scrap. Give me an investigation check. Talia, give me an investigation check as well.
15
plus 4, 8.
8
0,
total.
15.
Not great. 15 and an 8. I'll say that between the two of you, you managed to find stuff that's usable as scrap. I'll say 2d6. Yeah, 2d6 scrap over the evening.
Just for
when
you do one, I'll do
I'm
the
going to
other.
summon my steed at some point.
Steed.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So we'll see what that. You get 9 extra scrap as you're looting Maidstone. Give me a description of what your summoned steed looks like.
At one point, I put my fingers between my thing like this and whistle. I can't do it, but
Up underneath the helmet.
yeah. I think you see the earth next to me shake, kind of like, with this dirt getting uncovered, and then a skull of a horse sticks its head out, and it's sort of like I guess like a thistral, that kind of vibe. Like it's the bones of a horse, but it's still alive, so it's still got kind of eyeballs and stuff in, but it's fleshy, and it crawls, it like pulls itself out of the ground. It barely looks like it's walking.
Shoot, I think your horse is sick.
Yeah. I say
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'll, like anime style with my hair across my face, go, his name's Shrill.
I love Shrill.
And Shrill opens his mouth and goes,
Oh, that's actually really good.
Amazing horse noise.
Good horse.
haunting.
Okay, I ain't walking, so Raz, transform into something.
Okay, you can ride me.
I will ride you.
Don't worry about me, guys. I got my own ride.
Oh my god! That is terrifying.
That is sick.
Thank you.
No, I mean, it looks very sick, like dead.
Yeah, like take it to the hospital. That looks sick.
Yeah, thanks.
Put her down.
No, like
Kinda
not
sick.
good.
He's already dead.
I see.
I kind of like it.
It's really detailed as well.
Thank you.
I can't wait until we get their voice shot.
Yes.
So everyone can
it's
see
crazy that it looks like a full animatronic puppet that
It
our art
kinda
department made, and we will definitely see.
Yeah, we
Right?
spent a lot of money on it.
Like the detail of the meat hanging off the bones.
Yeah.
And you can see through it. Someone just walked past it.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, and you can see through it.
I think the person that walked past was the director shaking in their boots.
It might have been.
What does Shrill eat out of curiosity, like for treats and stuff? Is there anything
He
specific?
doesn't eat.
He doesn't eat? Okay,
No.
great.
He just sucks the souls of his
Yeah.
enemies.
Yeah.
Nice. I wish I'd asked you for the description before I came, because I do have a skeleton horse mini. I could have used. I'll grab it for tomorrow. So you summoned Shrill, who they've changed it in 5.5, like how that works. Basically, it's just like instead of choosing a particular animal and using that stat block, it just gives you, this is your summoned stat block, and then you flavor it however you want.
Otherworldly steed.
Yeah, summon your otherworldly steed.
Can you do your horse noise again?
There's a lot of pressure now. There's a lot of pressure. It's got to be just as good. It's not a fluke. It's not a fluke.
Make sure you don't
I can't do it. Not as
That's
good.
so good. That's so good.
That was good.
It's good.
That was
When
good.
did you discover you could do that?
I don't know. I can also do a dolphin. Ready?
That's pretty good as well.
Very good. Ready?
Can't do many others.
Very impressive.
Can't do many others.
So you summon Shrill, the skeleton horse. I don't have my skeleton with me, but I do have a nightmare.
Oh, that's
You a nightmare. Yeah.
That's very
that is
good.
amazing.
That's very good.
Perfect.
That's
So
so good.
that will
I
do
will
as a
allow
stand
it.
for now. I'll bring the skeleton one tomorrow, and you can summon whichever one you want. Whatever Shrill looks like, whatever you want Shrill to look like
Shrill
every
and
time.
smoke.
The next day, after spending the night in Maidstone, first thing before first light, you decide to get a crack on the day. It's going to be a 4-day journey through the Torhan Mountains and to the last outpost. The last outpost, as its name suggests, is the last outpost of Wraith, the Kingdom of Wraith, when they were fighting back against the Orcs. And it's the last bastion of civilization for the human kingdoms before you head over what's known as the Desert of the Deceased towards Schmargonrog.
Into the land of the Pact.
Yeah. So that's your last sort of port of call before you then head across the desert. So 4 days through the mountains, I'm going to have some survival checks to see who's leading the pack and how lost do you get. If you roll poorly, maybe it takes 5 days or 6 days.
Hey Raz, you're leading the pack. Ain't me.
Yeah, dinosaur.
Grusmorn, as the druid, has a decent survival.
Are we all rolling?
He can roll with advantage because one of you will be assisting and helping. But
Survival check. 17,
17, roll with advantage.
13. So we'll go 17 plus 4, 21.
I'm on the back of. I guess I'm on the back of. What did you got?
Shrill.
Shrill.
No, shriek.
Oh, you might be on the back of me.
Shriek
Oh,
now?
I'm
It
on
was
the back
Shrill.
back of you with a map open. Assisting.
And the whole
Is it
time I'm
changed
just
to
like,
shriek now? 'Cause
No,
it
it's
was
shrill. It's shrill. It's
Because
shrill.
I typed
I've written it down. It's lore.
because I know like Rasmon is usually very stoic, very quiet, doesn't say much. But now that there are dragons involved, he's just the whole time. So tell me more about dragons. Why? Who? What? When? How many dragons? Where
Why?
are the dragons? How
I
many
think because
dragons?
they're
Who sold the
breeding again.
dragons?
Who?
What dragons
The
are there?
dragons. Where? The Darklands.
Oh my god, stop him talking so much.
I'll use this opportunity as well to sort of make sure that we're on the same page. In 5.5 rules, they've changed wild shape so that druids can just talk in wild shape.
Oh, that was awesome. So he's
If
talking
you
about
want,
it.
if you want that to be the case, I'm happy to go with it for this. I don't like it as flavour. I think that there's always been a lot of fun at D&D tables when it's
true.
like the guy turns into a little mouse to go and scout, and then he comes back and he has to do like some mouse charades to try and work it.
Yeah, right.
Or like somebody in the party has to telepathy into them, which
Yeah.
you can do. So
Yeah, right.
it's up to you whether you
No,
want to
I
go
think
with.
I like that. I think I like
Like you can't speak when he's in.
Do you want
So
me
I'm
to
an owl
relay
sort of.
that?
And Naz
Like
like, I
relaying
can't.
this? He's saying,
Raz, I
what
can't
color was the
understand you.
dragon? How big was the dragon?
You're
How many dragons?
telepathing
Well, the
into-
dragon I saw was a red dragon.
Red, what way? Red, like bright red, muted
Red like Hellmark.
Shrill's just on her own horse, leading around,
yeah.
and you two on the back of an Alisaur, and like Naz is just like cradled in front of you. You're having to telepathically pick
Why
up
are
on
you
what
riding
he's
so
saying,
far
and
away?
Yeah.
translate it.
Every so often, Shrill goes like bucks because scared of a full-blown dinosaur.
I think this is
Even though it's like an undead monstrosity itself.
Oh, I don't think I like being on the back of this.
Just try to stay on this time. I don't want to have to circle back.
Look, I have to go side saddle because I got such short legs.
You need better pants.
No, it's my legs. They're really short. I'm only 4 foot tall. Oh, stop slow. Go,
Relax.
God, he's going fast.
Relax. Hold on.
What do you want, Raz?
Oh my God. Hold on. Jesus Christ! In your own time. I'm mind loading.
What's he saying?
He's saying, "Why dragon?
What?
Who dragon?
Who's the dragon? I don't know.
What dragon?
That's why we're going to the Darklands.
Where is the dragon?
To the Darklands.
He's just shouting the word dragon really
Stop being
fucking
Raz.
loud. Oh Jesus! There's a dragon in a pair of thigh-high boots in the back of his mind right there.
Oh, that kind of sounds a little sexy.
Sounds a little sexy.
Where the my accent
We're
is though?
going to Tennessee, I guess.
I think this is a great opportunity
Eyeball falls out.
to also learn what we do know about dragons. Give me a history check. Everybody can actually make this history check, see what you know about the world of dragons.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that's so wild.
The irony that Adam rolls a 2 on this.
I want one.
Yeah, I got a 17 on a history check.
Oh, 11 for me.
I guess yeah.
You would have advantage on this.
One.
1, nice.
12.
So 17 total. Anybody less? What was less?
About 11.
11, 17, 11, 2. And with history?
With
From
history,
books.
1.
6. Okay.
Zero.
You don't know what dragons are.
What is a dragon?
No, you.
Talia, I told you
Is it a large
Explain it to
bird?
me again. I haven't been listening.
turn into a dragon.
Even with the one, you know the basics of dragon. I'll start with what you know, and I'll add on what you know, and so on. So you know that that dragons are huge reptilian-esque monstrosities. They are one of the oldest creatures in existence. They are said to have been around pretty much right after those gods and dark lords I was talking about. Like not long after that, the Dark Lords created monsters in the world, and one of those monsters from the earliest times was dragons. There's a speculation, people sort of fall down on either side of it, as to whether dragons are biologically immortal and just cannot die of old age, or whether they just live so long that people in shorter lifespans just don't see it. But it's also speculated that Tyrellian the Mad, Tyrellian the Fierce, he is over 30,000 years old. So they live a long time regardless. You know that they lay eggs and they're worth a lot of money and they're very, very dangerous. And that about 18 years ago, you'd know this as well because you were about 10 at the time. About 18 years ago, there were a lot more dragons around, but that was at the end of a few years of humans and elves banding together to try and like push back dragons, kill them off, get them out of their lands. And they were kind of on the cusp of the war could go either way. They'd managed to push them all the way back to, you wouldn't know with a one, but like they pushed them back to somewhere, and then something happened to turn the tide of the war. And since then, there's not been any dragons around. That's the basics of what everyone in this world would pretty much know. With a total of 6.
Yeah.
With a 6 total, you would know more detail of that like they pushed them back to Mount Schmargonrog, where you're heading now. The leader of all the dragons at that point was Doldaroth, is that correct?
Literally an immortal god.
Literally a mortal god. Doldaroth, the red dragon, he was the head of the Red Dragon clan, which are known as the Helmore clan. He was also, because the Helmore were the most powerful clan, by default, being the head of that clan means you're also kind of the head of all of the dragons. You would know with your 6 that there were 5 clans. There was the black ones called the Blackworm clan. There was the gold ones called the Gilded clan. There was the green ones called the Rotfang clan. And there was the blue ones called the Iceclaw clan. And those were the 5 different dragon types that there were. So you would know that much with the 6. Let's see, with a 6, it would be pretty common knowledge. Yes, you would know with a 6 that the reason that turn of the tide that happened in that fight, the people pushed the forces all the way back to Doldaroth on the Mount Schmargonrog, and it could have gone either way. And then this half red, half black dragon, this half Helmore, half black worm, called Tyrellian, he snapped. Something inside him, went mad. So the stories say, and he turned. That's why he's also known as Tyrellian the Betrayer. He turned on Doldaroth, killed him, overpowered him somehow. Even though Doldaroth was meant to be the most powerful, he somehow overcame him. And now wears Doldaroth's bones as armor of his own armor plating.
Oh, brutal.
So he's pretty messed up.
Well, he wears Doldaroth's head.
The rest of it is
many dragons as armor.
And now it was said that he is the last of the dragons because not only did he kill Doldaroth, he then went on like this genocidal rampage and murdered everybody, all of the other dragons. Until recently, when you heard, when you saw a young adult red dragon take out of that crate and go, oh yeah, there's plenty of us in the Darklands. And you're like, oh, the ones that survived managed to retreat. You got an 11?
Yep.
So you know all of that, but you also know that the Blackworm clan, they evolved from the progenitor dragon, original dragons, from influence from the Dark Lords. They were the Dark Lord worshipping dragons that have necrotic shadow sort of magic. The Helmore started worshipping the Fire Lord Baltaroth the Destroyer, and they started getting fire magic and turned red. The Iceclaw migrated to the Dead Frost and started studying arcane magics and temperature and cold and stuff. They became cold dragons that are much more magical inclined. The Rotfang migrated down to Ewelin.
I love that name.
Rotfang migrated to Ewelin. They're more corruption dragons, poison, venom, parasites, diseases, and undeath, but more like an undeath that's like a perversion of life rather than bringing you back to life. Bringing you back to life is more the black worm clan. And they turned green. And then the gold ones just started worshipping gold and started worshipping treasure and hoarding. They're the more hoardy kind of dragons that are just about shiny things. They started to turn gold themselves. Being that gold is the most malleable of the metals, they're also the ones that can shapeshift best. They can shapeshift into more creatures and stay in them for longer than the other dragons can.
For flavour, could I say that I had a book that I grew up with that I loved that had all the different dragon types in it, like basically dragonology, but the D&D version. And I've got it with me.
Nice.
I love that book.
And also this is
and
not
stuff.
Naz knowing this, but Adam knowing this. Gold dragons also kind of become merchants essentially. The reason they can shapeshift so well, they spend most of their time as merchants.
Rasmorn, who has studied dragons extensively and has been obsessed with dragons for the longest time because he's grown up believing himself to be touched by dragons, you'd know that more specifics, like there is said to have been a gold dragon shapeshifted into a merchant and living in the town that you're from, called Rasmorn, but spelt slightly differently, and that's why when you read about them, you took the name from your human name, Amir. You didn't align with it. You decided to call yourself Rasmorn from that point on, believing yourself to be descended from this gold dragon. You also know the more specifics of like the history. I feel like I'm talking a lot. So
A dragon name, yeah.
I feel like I'm talking a lot, so I'm not going to go into too much. But like with a 17, if we need to know more specifics about dragons, you can ask me and I'll tell you. You know it because of that role.
So what was just quickly, just because I think I should know these, the Fire Clan dragons are called what?
Helmor. Blackworm, Helmor, Rotfang, Iceclaw, and Gilded. Adam and I were talking about like what the gold dragons like should be, breath weapon and stuff, and I started looking up the properties of gold. Gold's one of the least reactive metals when it comes to acid, so I was like, oh, so they're immune to acid then, and I think they have like this acid base, so they can like take in acid. Cool. And being that they're not a reactive metal, they can like literally store acid in them.
Oh, cool.
The gold ones.
Yeah, the gold ones, acid.
And yeah, that's just about everything Raz knows about dragons, so.
Oh, what? You guys are still talking about dragons?
Yep.
I tuned out ages ago.
Must be nice.
It was nice. I just started looking at my map just to see where we're going. This nice map of Azram I got here.
Yeah.
Do you know where I got the map?
Where?
I got it from VLDL.shop. It's a real nice map.
Is that a location on the map we could visit?
No, it's a really cool website.
Let's go.
VLDL.shop. You can get your own map. You should go get a map, Talia.
Can I buy dice there?
I think you can buy dice.
Can I buy t-shirts there?
You can get t-shirts there.
Can I buy sweaters there?
Maybe soon.
Whoa, what were those cool dice that we just rolled in the game? There's these ones, Viva the Dirt League dice. They're available over on VLDL.shop, and they're definitely weighted correctly, as far as we can tell. I mean, I wouldn't be using non-weighted dice because only an idiot would want a dice that always rolls 20, because what's the point in a randomizer if it doesn't randomize? No, it's stupid. It's a stupid thing. Anyway, if you want them, go check them out. Cool. So that you know a lot about the dragons. What got us onto that? It was somebody wanting
just
to.
me going.
We were talking about dragons. That's right.
Oh yes, you were relaying. You were relaying.
I was just
information about
double checking my
stuff.
knowledge. Like, does he have more knowledge? Do you have like I'm just that autistic kid basically? Like, can you tell? So my mum says that you know about dragons. Can you tell me about dragons? What I know. Here's what I know about dragons.
He said you're relaying more of that information to him than he's getting in return.
Why?
But he.
Answer. Why?
But why?
Answer.
Why? Are they friendly? Can I have one? Why?
At the end of that, you have the only information that's new to you that you've learned is that the specific dragon that he saw in Gurdon, because you weren't there, was a young red dragon, so a young one from the Helmor clan, and he called himself Garalian. And then retreated to his brood, so he obviously has others back there. I'll say also, I know all about the reproductive cycles and stuff of them, so you'd know things like that, like what age they generally reproduce and lay eggs and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. So with that journey, you're journeying through the mountains. This incessant questions about dragons the whole time. You're filling these guys in on what you know about dragons a little more as well.
No,
He knows what age they reproduce.
Oh God!
Even when you're around a campfire at the end of the day.
Still an Allosaurus around the campfire.
Raz,
You can drop that now.
you're gonna need to turn back into a human there, mate.
Please, please.
All right, so you arrive after about 4 days at the last outpost. It's a small ringed wall surrounding a barracks, only large enough to sustain around 100 soldiers or so. It is the last outpost of the race military. And as you're arriving, it's very clear to all of you the almost palpable nature of the necromantic magic in this area. It seems like the Dark Lords had some significant influence in this area recently, and you figure from all of the rumors of how the undead army that sort of moved across the human kingdoms from east to west, it probably originated here at the last outpost or hereabouts. I'll have a religion check from you guys to see what you know about the Dark Lords. We've already done one for Britain. She got 19. So, but the rest of you, now that you're in a land of influence, what are Dark Lords? Religion.
Religion.
14.
15.
20.
Oh,
Shit,
cool.
Ben, look at the rolls.
All of you
Except
then,
for when it counts.
all of you then know that the same stuff I mentioned about the Dark Lords and their origins of like their whole goal was to combat the light. You also know that recently, for some reason, the infighting among them started to slow over the last like couple of decades, maybe 3 decades. It's slowly been changing, and they've started to define more of their own domains rather than every one of them being all things evil. They started being like, I'm going to have the domain over sickness and poison and illness, and I'm going to have the lust and hedonism, and I'm going to have this and I'm going to have that. You know that there is a particular Dark Lord called Dave, who is who has cut out for himself the niche of necromancy, undead, anything that's uncanny and different, and the fear of the unknown, that sort of stuff. And with this particular vibe that you're getting from the last outpost, you can tell that this was Dave. This was an area that was under Dave's domain. And thinking back on it, you realise, there was talk of there being an 11th Dark Lord that was emerging, and Gurdon was under this need for revenge and violent rage. And you think, that was probably the 11th Dark Lord.
No, it was Dave.
With a 20, you would have heard the name Lakothek as like this 11th Dark Lord that was about revenge and rage and wrath. So what do you want to do? Would this be a sort of place where you would want to rest before your journey over the desert of the deceased? Or do you feel it's a bit too creepy with the...
What are we?
I'll say you've arrived after a 4-day journey from Maidstone. You're arriving late night, so you can choose to either stay
probably
here or you
want to
can...
rest up. Guys, I've been to and from Schmargonrog Citadel, and it ain't nice going through the desert of the deceased. We don't want to be doing that at night. I reckon we camp up here.
That sounds good to me.
I mean, one way or another, you're going to have to go at night. It's about a 4-day trip across the desert of the deceased. You don't want to be setting off in the day, at least.
No. I reckon we set up camp here.
Okay, so within the walls of the last outpost, it's easy enough for you to get into. It has been destroyed years before at the during the Third War.
Is it like a castle?
It's a small fortified barracks, like a circular wall surrounding a barracks that's large enough for like 100 soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
So they have the resources to be relatively self-sufficient. They got most of their supplies from Maidstone. Can you stop, man? I'm trying something.
No.
Okay. They would have got most of their supplies from Maidstone, so it's relatively self-sufficient to a degree, but they haven't been supplied. They haven't been stocked or supplied or even manned for a long time.
Do they have a catacombs?
They might. They would at the very least have
the catacombs.
they would at the very least have a graveyard where they would bury fallen soldiers.
Okay, great.
I want some alone time. I'm going to the graveyard.
You going to the spooky graveyard? That girl got problems.
No, she's going through something right now.
Emotions?
I can hear you talking about me.
I'll check on her. It's fine.
Okay.
Are you okay? You want to talk?
Woman, am I right? Feel like I'm gonna be unlikable for the rest of this.
Wherever we kind of camp up, I start some magic, use my magical tinkering, and create a bunch of little essentially those little monkeys that clap together.
Yeah.
A bunch of those little wound up, and they're all just like primed to go around the entrance. And if anyone was to knock one of them, they'd start going ding 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 ding.
Nice.
Little symbols, little
Graveyards.
symbol monkeys.
So you make your way out to the graveyard of this area to get ahead of what is inevitably coming. I'm sure you can get a D4 scrap from the last outpost. but everything of even partial worth here has been looted long ago. It's been abandoned as an actual outpost. For
I can still find
years.
scrap. Can't even
You
come
literally,
forward.
like, you get down to the point of like literally just finding, like somebody stripping the copper wire from places. You're just like underneath cabinets and you're taking out like hinges and stuff and being like, I can make something out of it.
There's under any disc.
Literally taking every little bit you
I
can.
reckon Talia would just shove the top off of one of these kinds of graves and just start going through the dead person's
Start
stuff.
looting and stuff. How strong is Talia?
I have a -1.
So you can just push
That's really
a
nice.
sarcophagus lid off.
It's half off, see how it's like slightly
Oh, yeah,
askew.
Sorry, let me get a different map. It's the exact same one, but it's on perfectly. Give me a strength check.
4.
That's a
Oh,
D12.
that's a D12 to begin with.
Four again. Damn it.
19? 16.
16.
16, -1.
-1. 15.
15 will not be enough to push a sarcophagus lid off by yourself, but you can go and find somebody stronger to help you if you
Hey,
want.
can you help me push this lid off this coffin?
Yes.
Roll a strength check.
No.
11 plus 2, 13.
13. I'll say that
Together?
you will eventually take 20, which is a phrase for just like if there's something that doesn't really have consequence to failing, then you can just keep trying until eventually you roll 20. So you take 20 minutes to find the perfect leverage and crowbar or whatever, and eventually between the two of you,
We struggle and struggle and struggle. I become an Allosaur.
well, I mean, do you?
I don't know, do I?
Do you want to just push it off as yourself, or do you want to be an Allosaur when you push this off?
Seems
My,
like a
my
trap.
spidey sense
That
is
seems like a
tingling like
trap.
a motherfucker, so I don't.
Okay. So as you, the
Where are
lid
you?
falls off,
I think I'm just chilling out. Like,
and you see
I'm
you
lying
see
up
a body
against
in there that
grave
immediately turns its head towards you and
Lord.
lifts its head out of the lifts its upper torso out of the sarcophagus, and is an animated fighter of sorts. He was buried with his armor and weapon,
Shouldn't have done
and
that.
then he immediately just. Actually, I'll have you two roll initiative and see what happens first.
18.
I've wandered off alone to be poetic.
You're
11.
Writing poetry in my book.
And I'm facing, I'm out the
11
door,
and
I'm facing the
18,
other way.
18, yeah.
All right, so you will act first. You push this thing. He starts to raise up. You realise, oh, we've disturbed an undead.
Well, I have
If only
sneak
there's
attack
some way of
because-
knowing that this area was like heavily laced with undead necromancy magic.
Well, if you'd given us some kind of hint,
Karen was thinking it was just
if you had said
places
something that
like-
made me write down the last post
I'm chilling
necrotic
out.
energy all over the
You guys
place.
chose to follow me to the graveyard.
If only you'd said it was bathed in darkness.
I thought that was just a vibe.
I said it was literally the like ground zero of the undead
Yeah,
scourge. that
so
went
it's all
across the-
gone.
Yeah, they
Except
left.
for the ones that couldn't get out of their sarcophagi,
That makes
for
sense
instance.
to me now. You know what? Talia wouldn't care. She's like, it's an undead guy. I'm going to kill him.
Yeah,
like, I'm
easy.
going to steal his stuff anyway. So yeah, she would attack him, I guess, with all her stuff, her normal stuff. So steady aim first, and then is that the right dice?
That's a D12.
These dice look awful. 17.
17 plus stuff will hit.
Cool. And then attacking with the plagiarist dagger and then the psychic blades.
So the plagiarist dagger will
And
get the
sneak
sneak attack.
And sneak attack. So the damage for... I'm just going to push it. Is that okay?
Yep.
Damage for the plagiarist dagger is 5 total.
Okay.
Psychic blades is 6.
Unless I am mistaken, the psychic blades do psychic damage, right?
I would assume so.
Yes,
Psychic
they do.
blades, psychic damage. As an undead, he has no mind. He is a mindless undead and is immune to psychic damage.
Okay, never mind.
But you
Scrap
can still
that.
do the sneak attack.
Sneak attack. And that is a total of 10, so 15 was it in total?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 damage from the needle feather dagger. Really cool idea for a feather dagger, by the way, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben.
Honestly, it's just coming in handy.
You stab it in, find something
guys are all
vital,
welcome.
cut some stuff. It's still
You're
standing, as it were.
creative
Ben,
Huh?
as a non-Allosaurus Rasmon, what do you do?
Well, I was just looking through, trying to find out if I because I'm thinking I just use my Starry Wisp cantrip
Okay, yeah,
because it does radiant damage.
radiant damage.
But it's like a ranged spell attack, and I'm right near him. So would that be disadvantage?
It would
or-
be a disadvantage because a ranged thing against melee.
Fuck, I tried anyway.
All right, go for it.
13. 17. So 13
Modifier will hit.
plus 7, so 20.
Oh, that will hit. Roll damage.
Sure.
2d8.
2d8, yes. 2d8 radiant.
Do we hear any of this, or is it?
Yeah.
We're
You
off
might.
on the.
We're going to get to that.
2,
Get a Raz.
1,
3 points of
Plus.
radiant damage.
3 points of radiant
so-
damage.
It's just for damage.
And he vaguely sparkles so that he can't benefit from being invisible, if that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's the additional sort of
Gorgeous.
extra effect.
Does he
of that.
take any extra damage for
He
radiant?
seems to take
Lovely for
the
him.
damage you'd expect from such a terribly weak roll, but it doesn't seem to be doubled.
Okay.
He's not like a shadow creature. He's just an animated corpse. Right. But as it slam against him, you see him kind of pull his leg up and out of the sarcophagus in the direction away from you. Doesn't seem to take mind from either of you, and just kind of like shambles out this way. And as he does so, Naz, yes, you see a shambling creature.
Oh my
coming.
God.
Do I have advantage on that? Or do
Raz, what have you done?
Attack of
As
advantage.
he, as he leaves your melee range.
Crazy girl.
Raz, Talia, what the hell are you two doing? I told you not to touch anything. Yeah, of course, if we're in a creepy cemetery, there's gonna be bloody undead about. Now we gotta go kill it.
Queef Kenrick.
What about we make it Queef Kenrick?
Captain Queef Kenrick.
Tell me more about Queef.
Well, your friends describe you in 3 words.
Captain Queef Kenrick.
The large, scaled and leathery wings of an undead dragon.
Dragon!
Oh my God, that's a big f***ing dragon.
Like I said before, the VLDL dice are available at vldl.shop. They're very cool to look at, very sparkly and fun to play with. And they are genuinely fair, as far as I can tell. That's the best thing you can say about a dice, not that they're always going to roll 20s. They're just going to roll randomized numbers between 1 and 20. Only whole numbers and integers and positive whole... damn it, maths brain. Go check them out.